the meeting to order. Please rise, and Councilman Berger to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Play ball.
Go Yankees.
Go Yankees. Sorry.
American Go Bills.
Yeah.
My Buffalo.
You're kidding.
My Buffalo Blue Jays. All right, are there any additions or amendments to the agenda? Actually, I have one amendment, or we will cover it at the time under unfinished business. Resolution number 1, we will not be voting on resolution number 1 tonight. We have to wait until we hear back from the county planning board on their comments on the moratorium. So we will hold a public hearing, but we will not be voting this month on this. We will be voting next month. Are there any conflicts of interest from board members on any of the matters? Okay, at this time, I will open the public hearing on the local law to extend a moratorium on wind energy systems. We will wait a little bit before we hear any comments in order to give individuals a time to get here to the meeting, in case they're running a little late. So we will move on to financial matters. We have no transfers for the month. We have general fund vouchers that were audited in the workshop session. And as always, our vouchers are available to review if anybody is so interested. General fund vouchers 610 through 628 for $14,518.43. Highway fund vouchers 422 to 441, $192,035.27. Colesville water vouchers 59 through 60 for $3,352.84. And Colesville light voucher number 8 for $171.89. And just noting the highway fund vouchers, approximately $150,000 of that amount is for the final payment on the new truck, highway truck that we received. Are there any questions regarding any of the vouchers during the audit? If not, can I receive a motion to approve vouchers for payment?
I'll make a motion.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried. The supervisor's monthly report is enclosed in your packets. The balances in the various accounts. We have $757,819.94 remaining for the year. Any questions regarding the supervisor's monthly report for the month of September? Got a motion to approve the report
I'll second.
and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay. Well, at this time, I'll open the floor for any comments on the proposed local law to extend the temporary moratorium on wind energy systems. This is a 6-month moratorium for an additional 6 months. On March 12th, 2025, we adopted local law, and we are looking to extend that as we work on the details for a wind energy zoning law for the community. On the back table, we have copies of the survey results that came out, which is kind of interesting, I thought. Kind of 50-50 opposed or in favor, which makes it a little more difficult to try to find a law language that will balance the concerns of each group and look at all aspects, which I guess even if it was 90-10, we should make sure that each group is heard, so. So, I know Genevieve Finger Lakes was very pleased with the amount of responses that we received.
494.
Correct.
It says 46 plus 8.
Right.
Or
You'll see that there's, like, if you got the paper, you'll see there's handwritten in there, an additional 8, those were 8 that came in after we shut off the response date. We did keep those, and I hand wrote them in. It wasn't a lot that you really want to sway things one way or another.
but it's not in these numbers.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
It is.
But
It is or isn't.
it's not in the graphs or whatever, but
Okay.
I wanted to make sure that if somebody
Yeah.
asked or whatever, it's like, yeah, we did hear your concern. We did have one woman come in, I think like 2 weeks ago, who wanted to know if it was too late to do the survey. My husband wasn't listening. He thought it was around someplace, and I was like, well, that was the end of June, so it's the cutoff date. But so we've got a moratorium to allow the workshop.
I'm sorry, Ellen, for the record, can you just remind how many were sent out?
I believe there were like 12 to 1,400 that were sent out. We had the assessor pull all the residential, well, not all the residential properties, it was all of the properties in the town. And then sent each landowner would get one, so we would get their opinion, whether it was regarding a house where they lived in, or if they had just vacant land that maybe they hunted on, or they were planning on building a house there in 10 years, you know, they need to have a voice in, you know, what that future of that land might look like in the neighboring properties.
So pretty much everybody in the town that owns property
Right,
got to have their chance to be heard.
right. And then, the majority of them came back via, either mail or dropped off here at the town hall, and we entered them in then. But then there were some that also, individuals went online and reported, through the Survey Monkey.
Excellent, thank you.
So what does it say? 51 to 49 are in favored or opposed. So, how many people have been approached? What is it?
Yeah, 24% were approached.
Okay, that's what I want to know.
Which would make sense.
Okay, so which one on here is opposed? Oh, it's
Opposed
darker.
is
I
the
see.
darker, yeah, the
Okay,
51%.
I get it.
By 9.
People are reduction in taxes, that's the main thing. Fixing roads. roads is next, right?
Correct.
Environmental conservation, and then buying town equipment is last.
Opposed, and it was interesting, the opposed was pretty balanced. The visual impact and the environmental impact
Yep.
were both 30%. And then health and safety and town infrastructure were both like 22%. And then I think for the zoning update committee, your responses on number 5 are really what are going to have to be considered with a zoning law, your primary concerns and how to mitigate the concerns.
And this is online.
Okay. Yes, I believe it is. That's it.
Question, at the head of the first page, what is the average time and duration? I don't know what they.
I think it's how long it took somebody to fill out the survey.
On the Survey Monkey, when they went online.
Right.
Oh, okay.
There was a time test, didn't you get that part? When you filled it out, you only had a certain amount of time to do it. You didn't know that?
No, I
I'm
kidding.
kidding. I'm
Okay.
kidding.
I was gonna say, really? I didn't notice that.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I don't know, I didn't check.
No, I'm sorry.
Dave may not be gullible, but I was. Any other questions? Any comments regarding the local law? Pretty much, other than adding the dates for the previous one that was adopted, it's pretty much word for word, a repeat. If not, then I guess I'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, next on the agenda, under unfinished business, as I said, we will not be voting on this resolution regarding the moratorium. We have to wait, the planning board will be meeting right at the beginning of November, the county planning board, and they will give us their information, and then we will be able to vote on the local law at the November meeting. So, there being no other unfinished business, under new business, we have Resolution 10-2. It is the New York State and local retirement system standard workday. This is a resolution required from the retirement system for participants in the system in order to determine what type of credit they should be or could be earning for their service in the municipality. So the first is highway superintendent. Standard workday is 8. The superintendent is Jacob Jensen. His term expires the end of this year, and his record of activities number is 27.15. Town justice, Mark Lindsay, standard workday is 6. His term expires December of 25. His record of activities is 3.1666. Councilperson Joyce Mullins, standard workday is 6 hours. Her term expires 12/7/27. Her record of activities is 1.5311. The assessor, James Kirsch, standard workday 6. His term, for the purposes of this resolution, expires September of 2025. And the record of activities is 4.444. And then Donna Hummel, who is a planning board member, her standard workday is 6. Her term expires 12/28, and her record of activities is .333.
So that's how many hours we work a day?
Well, it's like how many days per month?
How many days per month?
Month, right. So.
Is that over a year?
Oh, well, it's over the course of, so like yours is 1.53,
Yeah.
so out of your standard workday, so you work 1.53, so you're basically working 9 hours a month. Well,
I filled it out.
I know, I believe that's the time you filled out.
I had like, okay, they must have done an average then, because I had like,
Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
all right, I get it, because my hours were more than that,
Yeah.
but we figured it out. Okay.
Okay. So resolution reads, be it resolved that the town of Bennington, number 30722, hereby establishes the following standard workdays for these titles and will report the officials to New York State and local retirement system based on their record of activities. And once we adopt this, then it needs to be displayed on our website and on the town clerk's bulletin board, and then she files it with the state retirement system. Can I get a motion on resolution number 2?
I'll make a motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
it. Aye.
Aye. Opposed? I don't think we need this.
Hold on, hold on. Do you need my vote?
Yeah.
I thought because my name was on there. Okay, I'll aye then, I didn't think I thought I had a.
And one absent. All right. Resolution 10-3, set date of public hearing, local law providing for a 2026 tax cap override. And this is one of those just in case. Our budget process requires an override as we work our way through the budget. Be it resolved that the town board of the town of Bennington hereby sets the date of the public hearing to hear comments on the proposed local law authorizing the town board to exceed the New York State property tax cap for the 2026 town budget to occur at 7:30 p.m. on the 12th day of November 2025 at the Bennington Town Hall, 905 Old Allegheny Road, Attica, New York, and be it further resolved that the clerk of this board is hereby authorized and directed to advertise the same in the legal publication of the town within the prescribed timeframes. And we discussed our schedules during the workshop session, and the 12th would be our regular town board meeting. So this works for everyone, I believe. Okay, can I get a motion on resolution number 3?
I'll make a motion.
I'll
And
second
a
it.
second.
I'll second it.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 4, set date of public hearing for proposed 2026 town budget. Be it resolved that the town board hereby sets the time and date for the public hearing on the proposed 2026 town budget to be held on Wednesday, November 5th, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. at the Bennington Town Hall, 905 Old Allegheny Road, Attica, New York, 14001. I'm sorry, 14011. And be it further resolved, the town clerk is hereby authorized and directed to advertise the same in the legal newspaper of the town.
6:30 or 7:30.
I don't know, do we want 6:30 or 7:30? What works? Either is fine with me.
Yeah, 6 is fine.
6:30, but I have it, I think I
Okay.
had it at 6, but yeah.
Okay, 6:30, November 5th? All right, can I get a motion on that?
I'll second it.
And I just want to state, according to state law, we have to have our public hearing no later than the Thursday after Election Day, which is November 6th. So, working with people's schedules, Wednesdays have always been good, so we're going with November 5th. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 5, advertise seasonal use roads and overnight parking ban. Be it resolved, the Bennington Town Clerk is hereby authorized and directed to advertise in local publications that certain roads, namely Geis Road between Clinton and Stedman, Hodge Road, and Graff Road between Poland Hill and Hodge, within the towns of Bennington, are designated seasonal maintenance during the months of November 1st through April 30th, as posted, and be it further resolved that the Bennington Town Clerk is hereby authorized and directed to advertise in local publications that there is a legal parking restriction on all roads in the town of Bennington during winter months, November 1 through April 30th, from 2:00 a.m. to 7:00 a.m. as per local law number 1, year 1978.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, got a motion, may I have a second? A motion and a second, any discussion on these? They're standard
Yeah.
resolutions we do every year, obviously since 1978. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 6, sets date and times for trick-or-treating in the town.
Favorite thing.
Be it resolved that the Bennington Town Board hereby declares that the times for Halloween trick-or-treating throughout the town shall be Wednesday, October 31st, 2025, from 5:00 p.m. to 8:00 p.m., and that the town clerk is directed to advertise the same.
It's Friday, not Wednesday.
I'm sorry.
I don't know where you
I'm
got
a-
that from.
I don't know.
I'm like, is this a joke?
Okay,
You said
may I
Friday.
have a motion on this?
I'll make a motion. Second.
And may I have a second?
Second.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay. Resolution 10-7, set date of public hearing on 2026 Bennington Fire Company contract. And I've got an amended amount as per discussion with the president of the fire company. So be it resolved that the Bennington Town Board will hold a public hearing on the proposed 2026 Bennington Fire Company Fire and Emergency Medical Services contract in the amount of $109,500, and be it further resolved that the town clerk is authorized and directed to advertise the same in the legal newspaper of this town. Any questions?
So when will we have a
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not. Oh, did I not read it? I don't have it in there.
There's no
All
date.
right. public hearing at the November 12th town board meeting.
At
At
7:30.
7:30 PM. All right, thank you. And you have a motion on the amended resolution.
I'll make a motion.
A motion, may I have a second?
I'll second
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried. Resolution 10-8, accept and award bid for a 2026 dump truck. Be it resolved that the town supervisor pursuant to General Municipal Law, Section 104B, is hereby authorized and directed to award a bid and sign a purchase order with Freightliner and Western Star of Batavia, 8190 State Street Road, Batavia, New York, on behalf of the Highway Department for a 2026 dump truck, Western Star 49X cab and chassis, and an amount not to exceed $170,054, contingent on the availability of funds. And we opened bids on October 1st and received 3 bids for standard dump truck. And the low bid was from Western Star. Let's see if I got the other ones with me.
that. Oh,
Hunter Peterbilt bid $207,206. Conway Beam Truck Company, bid a $188,638.92. And then Freightliner Western Star bid the $170,054.
and what was the Peterbilt one?
The Peterbilt was 207,206. And all of them included an non-closed bid certificate. Any questions or discussion on this?
No, those guys, I think, Jeff, you and Chris looked at all the specs and everything. Just gonna make sure that they're exactly what we want.
Can I get a motion on resolution number 8?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay. Oh, there's the- All right, minutes of the previous meeting.
In your packets? Yeah. I didn't have anything.
I thought it reflected the minutes, or the minutes reflected the meeting activities. If there are no changes, the minutes stand as submitted. Okay, communications. Madam Clerk, do you have any communications?
I believe I do. First, on the previous minutes, should I include the bid?
Yes.
All right, in your package, you will find, under communications, a I received a certificate of liability insurance for Western New York Plumbing / Ellicott Plumbing and Remodeling Company Incorporated. And then also in your packets, I received from Genesee Finger Lakes Regional Planning Committee notice about their Wyoming County Comprehensive Plan. They're having 3 open houses. I did forward this to the resident email list, so you can do a survey and or go to the open house meetings. It's the first comprehensive plan that Wyoming County has done.
I have quite a few questions. I printed it out, and I think you can print it out too. I don't know if they all have to be done online or not, but you can print it out and read it over and then go back and finish it online. Maybe there's a place to add comments after each one.
After each section, sounds good. So that's it, all I have for communications.
I have a mailing from the Bank of Greene County, who we've done some municipal borrowing from in the past, and they're just offering municipal financing program, and they do leasing, and have a strong reputation in the communities that are right across New York State. Wyoming County Real Property Tax Service has sent the assessor's report on the equalized total assessed value of property exemptions, and it lists the different categories. It's not individual parcels and parcel owners, but the categories, whether it's agriculture, nonprofit, veterans, seniors, 538 parcels in the system that have exemptions on them, and a total exemption value of $42,497,272. We received our solar inspection form from Bull Rock Corporation for the month of September. I've noticed from Municipal Solutions about the annual serial bond payment due on Colesville Water System. That's due November 1st. Association of Towns is doing energy storage for battery energy storage systems. Unfortunately, all of the facilities that they're offering tours of are in New York City. But we have them available October, November, and December throughout areas in New York City. If anybody's in the area.
He can't drive.
Yeah. And they have a roundtable Zoom meeting on October 10th regarding battery energy storage systems in New York. And several speakers. Justice Court reports for August and September from Justice Maziniak. Notice from the IRS, they received a tax exempt bond form for the borrowing for the truck and building. Received notification from the state comptroller on fiscal stress monitoring score. And I believe that's it. Does anyone else have any communications they received? Okay, departments. Highway Department. The new truck is in. And the profile packer is also in, it's been received. And the, right now, roadside mowing, ditch work, cleaning up, getting ready for winter. I hate hearing that, but getting ready for winter. Pretty much it at the highway. Town clerk,
Yes. In your packets, you will find Town Clerk Monthly Report for September 2025. Total disbursements, $2,903. Paid to supervisor for general fund, $452.20. Paid to New York State decals for hunting, fishing licenses, $1,733.80. Paid to Wyoming County Treasurer for dog licensing, $585. Paid to New York State Animal Population Control Program, $132. Vital statistics for 2025, year-to-date, 0 births, 3 marriage permits issued, and 8 deaths.
okay. Anything on your dog enumeration activities?
Yes, we had dog enumeration technically ended October 1st. We have received 99 new dog licenses from mid-August until October 1st. So that makes the total active licenses for dogs in Bennington at 611. So we had a really nice response. Everyone was very kind, and in fact, I had to order new dog tags because I'm down to the last 3 or 4.
All right, the assessor, he's in his office tonight if anyone has any questions for him. Zoning and planning, okay.
In your report, you'll have from the Wyoming County Zoning Department, the monthly report for September. 2 open projects. Number of permits issued is 11. 11 permits issued, no high weed notice violations, no property maintenance violations, and no special use permits renewed and inspected. Also, I just wanted to update, our next meetings for the planning board will be October 15th at 6 p.m. here at the town hall. Our town board workshops in developing new zoning regulations will be October 16th and the 30th. And then a public hearing for the proposed budget for the 2026 Varysburg Fire District is October 21st, which is a Tuesday, and that is at 6 p.m. at the Varysburg Fire Station on Route 28. And then our next town board meeting is November 12th. Here at the town hall at 7:30 p.m.
Right, the moratorium dates.
These are workshop days.
Yeah, so the 16th and the 30th.
Thirtieth.
Oh, there's 11 already.
And then there's workshops in November too, the 6th and the 20th.
Okay.
Let's see, recreation and park, Received word late this afternoon that the grant application for that the Alden Youth Baseball Association put into Wyoming County Youth Bureau was approved. It's a $2,000 grant. $1,200 of it is for the association's equipment and uniforms, supplies, and then $800 is for new benches at the ball diamonds, for the town to get. So that was good news. That was the first year we've been eligible for that.
So if it's Alden,
Right. Their youth league serves Alden, Bennington, Darien, Attica, Alexander, Maroa. So, I think that was, one of the reasons why they were fully funded with their grant application. Because the letter said that they had so many applications, not everybody got the full amount that they requested, but
Who else? Alden, Merle, Bennington?
Alexander, Attica. The highway crew went up and pulled the pump from the well up at the park, so the water has all been shut off, the bathrooms have been winterized. Jake's concerned that there may be a leak in a pipe that goes to, the one spigot over near the front ball diamond, because there's water pooling there, so, gonna take a look at that, and I don't think it's necessary even having that there anymore. They can go to the restrooms and get water out of the faucet there if they need, so,
Can they
they
shut it
just
off?
shut it right off and close that down.
can they do that now before winter?
I'm
Close it
hoping
up?
so, that it can, yeah, so things don't freeze up
Oh,
and
yeah.
make a mess, so.
That's a good thing.
Water district. I got, the town of Pike supervisor put me in contact with a guy who works for their water district, Tracy Hall. And I talked with him, and he is interested in coming up and finishing the meter replacement project. I talked with Mark Pruitt, and he is on board with that probably tomorrow. He was hoping to get down there tonight. It'll probably be tomorrow. He's gonna wrap up his September paperwork. And then he will bring the supply of meters that haven't been installed yet down, as well as the forms that he uses and the updated list of, who still needs to, be replaced, yeah, so,
But
hopefully-
so is this Tracy Hall, he's certified to do
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
And that's what you need in order to be part of,
well,
to install the
Yeah.
meters.
yeah, I mean, during the installation, you're either like a water system operator or a plumber, can also do it, or someone working on one of their licenses, but we still need to get someone to take over from Mark, doing the actual water system and doing the testing and the meter reads, and then just checking things out.
So where do you get certified for that?
You do it through the state, health department. There are workshops that the county puts on, and there's the workbooks.
Do you know how long it takes to get certified?
I would think it probably takes a couple of months.
Okay.
It's been a while.
And is there a fee for it? Is there a charge?
I don't know.
Okay,
But you can go online and look it up.
Yeah, yeah. And then the county health department has a lot of information as well.
So it would probably be New York State Health Department. where you look.
Correct, correct. Water system operator, and then there's various class levels. Ours is considered like the lowest class level because we're not doing any, we don't have a tank or our own wells, so we're not doing any treatment of it. It's just a distribution system. Here's the Historical Society. We've had several different programs in the last couple of months that were very interesting and well attended. And we, as I reported at our last meeting, the society is having the museum painted. They're in the process of doing that this week. It's pretty bright. I mean, if you ever saw anything painted white, I mean, it's like, I don't know, like meringue, shiny, white. It like glows in the dark when you drive by. So it looks very nice. It's a small building, but a big job, because it's the old building.
Probably the wood price soaks it up.
Oh, yeah,
Lot of repair work.
yeah.
Are you doing it, Carolyn?
Oh, no.
You took care of the signs, the historical signs in
Yeah.
front,
Those are all done, those
Well,
are ready
it's
to
got
go
long-
back up.
painted, get back up.
Okay. That's nice.
That was tedious.
Yeah.
That's why we get it.
Well, because I wanted to keep the font
Yes,
that was on there,
yeah,
so it was work around all the fonts.
yeah.
We got it.
Nick Willis, yeah,
Oh, really?
original, yeah.
Hmm.
I think it's the signs I'm thinking of, but, yeah, it looks very nice. The grounds look good. So,
They were very
thanks for
intrigued.
Overseeing
They were very intrigued when, I took him inside.
it. Oh, okay.
Because she's, like she said, it's a labor of love because she has lots of connections to Bennington and Cozumel.
Okay.
So
All right.
she's enjoying her work.
All right. Okay.
Can I just ask you, water system operator, can we put an ad out, or how do we advertise that
Yeah.
we need somebody?
She paid. What? Is she paying them?
All right. Anything else on your departments? Petitions and public concerns, are there any petitions to be submitted to the board? Public concerns?
An update on the dog, law.
Okay. We are continuing to work on the dog law. We had a public hearing and took a lot of those comments, and we've been working with the attorneys for the town, as well as the county dog control officer, making quite a few modifications to it, doing a lot of, trying to merge it with the
Edit,
same
yeah.
language as egg and markets, and editing it down to make it a little, more user-friendly.
We had a couple of people last week that were really helpful.
Yeah.
I thought so. It was a
Actually,
nice meeting.
our last meeting
It was really nice.
was a really good meeting.
Mhm.
And had some very knowledgeable people there, and they gave us some really good information, so. When we have a new draft local law, we'll be having another public hearing.
Okay.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be significantly different, so, thank you.
That's what we talk about at those,
Those 2 dates that we gave in October 16th.
Yep. Anything else?
Just one question. Do you know if My area is residential or agricultural.
It's agriculture residential.
What-
AR. The majority of the town is agriculture residential.